Hey guys, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your full moon collective reading. Now keep in mind, it's a general reading, which means it cannot possibly apply to every single person that is watching. But if you would like a personal reading, all of the information will be pinned in the comment section below. In case you are new to the channel, welcome, come on in. And in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today. And I hope that you guys are doing well. So not only is this a full moon reading, but this is the last and final full moon of 2025. And it just so happens to be a super moon at that, which means the energy is amplified times 10, okay? And we all are feeling it in multiple ways, but everybody's going to feel this because as we're transitioning, first and foremost, this is a 9-year. 2025 is a 9-year. So we've been this whole year, we've been in transformation energy. We've been in energy of closures. We've been in energy of, enlightenment, because when you have closures, you have to be enlightened about something or else you won't have a closure. Something has come to the light, good or bad, whatever it is, so that you can wrap up those cycles. So a lot of cycles are wrapping up right now, and it's going to wrap up in a major way. And I feel like for a lot of us, if you're drawn to this reading right now, it's going to be positive. Because when I was listening to the downloads that I got for this, I heard that this next phase of your life promises peace, closure, and fulfillment. Okay, so if you have been going through a difficult time, I'm sending you love. If you're still going through a difficult time now, again, I'm sending you love. But this is Spirit sending you confirmation that everything that you went through was not for nothing, and you are getting ready to experience a breakthrough in a very positive way. So you guys know I always get songs. I'll always hear songs, but often sometimes I'll hear just a phrase or I'll hear a couple words, and Spirit will guide me to put that phrase or word in the YouTube search. And so I just heard restore. And I already knew there was going to be something like a gospel song. And I don't know a song that's like just the name of the song is Restore. So I just put it in there and I was just scrolling. And then I stopped on this particular song and I listened to it through and through. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what they're telling me to stop and listen to. And it does resonate with the messages I've been channeling throughout the day. So the name of the song is You've Been Restored by Jacqueline Carr. Her name is spelled Jekalyn. Again, Jekalyn. Last name Carr, Carr. And I like to share stuff like that just in case you want to listen to the song, because I know a lot of people will talk about the songs in the comment section. So I just want to share that. Miss Jacqueline happens to be a Taurus. So you could be a Taurus, someone rising Venus individual. You could have been going through something very difficult since Taurus season of this year, which is April-May time frame. Also, you may have had a breakthrough and things have been going good for you since then. They're saying that it's going to continue to extend for you. And again, if you have been going through something difficult, again, there's closures, and whatever you have lost is being restored, unless you lost, of course, someone in the physical. But I feel like peace, because remember I was saying peace will be restored. Yes, you may mourn this person, and yes, you may still feel like some emptiness or loss. You absolutely understandable. But I feel like what's being restored is peace. Now you're learning how to cope. Now you're learning how to manage and to deal with that grief for some of you all out there. Okay. Also, what I heard with that Miss Carr, she, like I said, she's a Taurus. As I was writing down, you guys know I always write down my notes so I can share with you guys. As I was writing down her zodiac sign, I heard strong as a bull and not taking no bullshit. And they're talking about you. You are stronger than you know. And in this new chapter in your life, you are not taking no bullshit. You are not taking anybody's BS, not even your own, is what I heard there. And speaking of which, of course, our spirit animal today is the bull. Okay, the bull is associated with power, fertility, strength, brute force, aggression, and perseverance. I feel like you guys have had to persevere through a lot of challenges. I feel like we all have. 9 years they can be heavy, because if you think about it, it's about closures. So sometimes the things that we are closing cycles on, we may not necessarily want to, but our life requires us to. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's been challenging in multiple ways for various different people. Anybody out there watching, even if you had an amazing year, this was a blessed year for you, that's fantastic. But I guarantee you, if you sit back and look at it, you will realize that something did close out in order for you to continue to have that fantastic year, or for you to have that fantastic year, So just sit down and reflect and think about it, because this next cycle is promising. I'm hearing that it's promising. You are being promised peace during this cycle, and definitely fulfillment. So let's talk about some names. This could be first, middle, last name, street name, business name, locations, put it where it applies. If it does not apply, that does not mean that the reading is not for you. It just may be a message that you may need to share with someone, or it, you know, if anything stands out that's just all the more important where you need to really, really listen to the read, or probably listen to it multiple times because there may be additional messages for you. Okay. So we have Raymond, Veronica, Lauren, Duke, Clarence, Alan, Denise. Someone is a junior, or someone is getting ready to have a child, and that child will be named after you or your partner. Kurt, Haley, Haynes, Adrian, Monique, Lindsay, Walter, Southworth. Now it's interesting because I'm seeing like a street sign or like an actual city, like not Fort Worth, because I know somebody's gonna say Fort Worth. No, I'm hearing Southworth. I don't know where that is, but I'm hearing it. So either Southworth Street, Boulevard, Avenue, Lane, something like that, and then also a city or a location named Southworth. Okay. Also, I'm hearing that there's going to be a significant change for a lot of you all on 1/11, January 11th of 2026. And you guys know that's like the very beginning of the year, of course. And I heard there's going to be a game changer. That day does fall on a Sunday. So if you are someone who's religious and you go to church, a lot of people, Sundays are days of worship. They go to church and things like that. Even if you don't go physically and you watch services, you may hear a message that is life-changing for you. Because I literally heard game changer. If you are not religious, if you're spiritual like me and you embody and you resonate with God the Most High, but you just don't confine to a certain religion, it could be that you are going through some type of spiritual ascension. Because keep in mind, that's a portal day. You guys know anytime you have Mary numbers, you got 1/11. So you got the 1 3 times. Okay. January 11th is 3 ones in the front. So that amplifies that energy. And the number one energy is about leadership, new starts. Okay, taking initiative. So something around that time frame, and you know, of course, I'm definitely gonna do a reading for that day, so look out for that. But something around that specific day is going to awaken something within you. Some of you all can be going through a spiritual awakening. Like you may be already spiritually inclined now, but it could definitely be amplified during that time. You know what I mean? So just pay attention to that. Mark that on your calendars because it's coming. So let's go ahead. Now, let's also talk about this. You guys know I do Jupiter Blessing readings every single Thursday anyway. So not only is today a supermoon, but it's also falling on a Jupiter day. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about because you're new to the channel or new to astrology and things like that, Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion, blessings, okay? So to have a super full moon, as well as it falling on a Jupiter day, it's a lot of talk and a lot of energy associated with expansion, blessings. And that's why I feel like you are definitely, that's why I heard the saying, you are promised peace, you are promised fulfillment. If you were guided to this reading, it's because you got messages that you need to hear so that you can tap into that abundance, so that you can tap into that, fulfillment. And if you have been feeling down and it look like it won't happen for you because you've been going through a lot, they're saying keep your head up. Keep your head to the sky because something is changing for you. So we're going to go through the deck until we get the major arcana, the moon, and we'll get the card that comes before and the card that comes after, and we'll get clarifiers. I didn't mention it, but also I am doing a discount reading sale today. And keep in mind, this is the last and final full moon of 2025. And it is in my sign. It's in the sign of Gemini. So I'm already tapped in. I feel the energy very profoundly. And I'm very happy about this energy. I know it may feel chaotic for some people, but I love the energy. This is, it's right here. It's in my home. It's in my home field. So I'm digging it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Look, I just said I feel fulfillment with that. So you got blessings. You got the 6 of Wands, success, attainment, achievement, victory. I do feel like what I was picking up earlier on, like people going through things, but finally succeeding, okay? Because I want you to look at this. If he's a knight, what do knights do? They go into battle. And clearly, just based off of this picture, they're welcoming him home because he made it out of that battle. You really just think about this picture. They are celebrating him because he was victorious. And that's what Spirit is saying. Like, you have overcome these obstacles. We are clearly currently in Sag season. You got Wands here. This is typically Leo energy, but it's not a major, so it can apply to any of the fire signs. Leo, Sag, Aries. And of course, like I said, we are in Sag season. So a lot of y'all, it's like getting ready to cross the finish line. We don't see the finish line in this picture, but he's galloping towards it because he's already declared a victory. Okay, thank you. Spirit saying like a victory has already been declared for you in your favor. So let's jump into it. Yeah, Spirit sees what you've been going through, and now your cup is about to run over with blessings. And then you have these moon phases right here. So I'm going to tell you again, this moon phase is especially important. And it's interesting also because you got the 6 of Wands. And if you notice here, you have 6 moons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of you all could be in a personal year 6. We have a life path number which never changes, but every year our personal year number changes. And your personal year, it changes every year on your birthday. So if you are 6 is associated with your home, your hearth, your domestic life, your love life, because 6 is also associated with planet Venus. So that could be what's getting ready to change, or you're getting ready to have victory in those areas. And then also, if you have a 6 in your birth date, the 6, the 16, the 26, if you were born in June, this energy could be amplified for you guys as well. Definitely something with love. It's like, if you see how I'm holding this, he's going towards the Ace of Cups. That's a big cup of love. Also, if we're talking about romantic connections here. So let's go ahead. We want the moon, the card that comes before and the card that comes after. And then we shall get clarifiers for the full moon reading. Someone could be a June Cancerian, because that's the major arcana for Cancer with the Chariot there. Again, if the signs and things like that don't resonate, that doesn't mean that this is not your reading. And I almost said resume. So it's time for you to start applying for different jobs. And also somebody is getting ready to pull your resume. If you've been applying and you're going to get the job. That 6 of Wands is ensuring that you're going to get that job. Wow. Okay, I was just talking about the 6 of Wands, then you got the 6 of Cups. I'm going to stop right here. Confirmation. Okay, somebody definitely could be a June Cancerian. You have the Chariot, that's definitely a major arcana for Cancer. And then you have the 6 of Wands, then you got the 6 of Cups. Yeah. Somebody was born in 1966. Some of you guys will be getting good news in the next 6 days. Hell, some of y'all may get good news within the next 6 hours of you watching this video. So let's go ahead. We want the moon card. Damn, somebody definitely has some strong Cancerian placements in their chart for sure. You got the Queen of Cups. So the moon, the card that comes before and the card that comes after. And then we'll get clarifiers for our collective full moon, super full moon reading. So let's see what we get for you guys today. Okay, there's the full moon. And then right in front of that, wow, yeah, some of you guys got love coming in. It's already preordained. You got the lover. She's here physically, but he's not, but he's still in her energy. You got Gemini energy here with the lovers. It doesn't have to be a Gemini. I just like to call it out for people who like to learn tarot and understand cards. And then you have the moon. And then you have the Hermit. And what's behind the Hermit is the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak. Is behind it, though. Anything behind it is the past. You guys are leaving behind heartbreak. Some of you out there definitely saying that you're healing. You went on a spiritual journey, because the Hermit is seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom, seeking clarity. And he's on that journey alone. As you are wrapping up this 2025 year, which is the year of the snake, okay? As we're wrapping up this year, you're closing out heartbreak. You're closing out cycles that have been devastating. And outside of the lovers, like a true, like love-based, romantic-based situation, for a lot of y'all, you're loving yourself more. You could never believe how many people have issues with self-love. For some of y'all, you may not have realized that you had issues with self-love until you went on this spiritual journey. Remember I said in the very beginning, a lot of y'all are going through a self-awareness and a self-awakening, spiritual ascension. And that's exactly what he's doing. That's why he's on this journey alone. If you notice, his hair is gray. That talks about wisdom. Through his journey, he's learned so much. And we're not talking about age. We're just depicting that with wisdom. So you guys have learned so much about yourself. You know, I'm hearing something very specific. Like a lot of you all are realizing, and this is not a knock. This is a positive thing. We all have gone through that in one way or another in certain areas of our life. But I'm hearing somebody is definitely realizing that the people that they had in their life was because they didn't love themselves enough. Hear me out. You'll know this when you realize you don't have any real connection with these people outside of history. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I've known this person. They've been in my life for so-and-so years. And so I said that time was 1444. So that's confirmation. Somebody's 44 years old. Somebody's birthday is on the 4th or the 14th. And you stay in these connections with people because it's history, and you don't want to lose them because that's all you know. That's your comfort zone, and it's friends, family, anything. You know what I mean? Because sometimes family isn't the best for you. I've had to distance and block plenty of family members all within this year, and I'm at peace with that. You know what I mean? So some of you all have discovered that, like, if you truly love yourself, you wouldn't have people in your environment that's toxic. You wouldn't have people in your environment who don't express that same love to you. You wouldn't have people in your environment that makes your environment harsh or chaotic. You wouldn't have that. You can love people from a distance. That always has been a saying that I'm sure all of us have heard in life, and maybe even thought that was stupid, but I'm sure with this energy, you'll get it now. Also, some of you all are realizing, like, I'd rather be alone than be with people who are sometimey. In other words, I'm here when I want to be. That's not an option for you all right now. Because remember what I was saying with that energy associated with the spirit animal, the bull, it's like strength. You're stronger now. So you're not taking no BS. Remember I said in the beginning, you're strong as a bull and you're not taking no bullshit. And you had people in your energy that was full of BS. Let's also talk about you have nothing but major arcanas here. So again, this is going to be a major transition for a lot of you all. And you're much more powerful now. King of Wands, okay? The King of Wands, Leo says, Aries energy, but more than anything, I feel like during this time frame, a lot of you all just get it. And if you notice here, he's not facing us like in this deck. He's facing us directly. He's looking in a different direction because now he sees things differently. If he was facing us, he's right here in this moment. But now he's realizing, like, I have to see things from a different point of view. That's why he's looking in the opposite direction. I need to look at things from a different point of view, and it's because of this spiritual awakening, this spiritual journey that you are on currently. I feel like a lot of you all, if you're drawn to this reading, you are definitely going through a spiritual journey, like currently, because this is current. To get the cards flipping out, there's 78 cards each day. To get these specific cards, they're saying this is current energy. You know what I mean? So let's get a clarified look. You're going to be happy. Happiness is going to be yours. Don't say it won't be. Don't you ever claim that for yourself. Claim nothing but the best for your life. Let's get a clarifier for the Lovers as well as the Hermits. Again, I have to remember, because I was talking earlier on in the intro, that I am doing a discount reading sale today. The link is pinned in the comment section below. The sale will wrap up at midnight Central Standard Time. After that, the prices will go back to normal. Okay. I definitely would suggest that you guys, if you've been on my channel, I don't push readings. I offer it. I'll tell you when you could get it. But in this particular full moon, I would definitely, if you can, I definitely would suggest a personal reading, especially as we're getting ready to transition into the new year. I definitely would suggest that for you, especially if you've had a lot of questions or you feel like you're just a little lost and you're not sure which path to take, because this is somebody who needs to take a specific path. That's what's making me really bring this up. And if you look at it, he looks like he's a bit weary, like he's tired of being on that path. So if you feel lost, you feel like you're tired of the path that you're on, you definitely may need to seek a personal reading. Generals are all good and well. That's why I do them. But you need personal insight, okay? Because you are on a journey. You guys seen I stopped. And here we are. Now, remember I said Jacqueline Carr, she happens to be a Taurus. And I'm just mentioning that because I did mention Taurus energy. You do got that here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of y'all may feel like life has been at a bit of a standstill. Because if you look at it, that horse's leg is not in motion. So it's like there's been some type of pause. Even he's paused. Like you don't see it like his leg is in motion. It may have been a pause. Like something may have limited some type of forward movement in your life in some way. Because nights, again, are always about journeys and adventures. So for this to be at just like a standstill, it could be talking about your money has been in a standstill, your security, your foundation stuff with your foundation has been a bit of a struggle. That could be what you've been enduring. But I'm going to say again, this is claiming victory because you're wiser now, so you know how to navigate this situation better. Because he's navigating them curves, ain't it? And if you look at it, there's no rails on the side. He can fall off that path, can't he? But he's still there. So that makes me feel like there's a safety net that you don't see, which I feel like your spirit guides, your guardians, your loved ones, the Most High. You have a spirit guide. You have a spiritual safety net that you don't see that's been with you the whole time. And it's always going to be with you throughout your life. So they're saying don't give up. You've made it this far. Let's get a clarifier for the Lovers. Universal. Oh, damn. I'm going to leave that there. Y'all seen it flip out. And we seen this earlier in this deck, didn't we? The Chariot. Wow. Okay, wait. I want to get this card first, but we have to talk about this. He's on a journey. The Chariot is your divine vehicle, and it takes you on a journey. You got two cards associated with journey together, and they're both major arcana. You have nothing but major arcana here already, and that flew out, so it wanted to be seen. For some of y'all, something with your health could have stopped progression, because remember I was saying something may have come on your path that was stopping your progression. But I like this sideways as a reverse. Is like, okay, you're not moving forward. That's a permanent standstill, because the reverse ain't going nowhere. A right is moving forward. Sideways, a right is yes, reverse is no, sideways is transitioning in or out of something. So if you had like some type of situation that was stopping you from moving forward, stopping you from progressing, you're getting ready to transition out of that. So that's very positive. And again, somebody definitely has strong Cancerian placements in their chart. You got the crab here. And of course, this is the major arcana for Cancer. So far, we are already, we already here with all these, all these major arcanas. I was just getting ready to say you got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, and then look at the bottom of the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 of swords. Okay, somebody definitely, and remember I said earlier how I looked up at the clock and it said 1444. Somebody definitely has a 4 in their birth date. Again, the 4th, the 14th, 24th. Somebody's birthday is definitely on the 14th. Somebody's birth month could be April, which again is associated with 4. So they're letting you know, like, because he looks weary. I keep hearing like, do not be weary. Do not be weary. He looks weary. He looks tired. They're saying, don't be weary, because your chariot is already in motion. You already have some type of transition. I'm hearing somebody feels like they're at a deadlock. If you have a court situation going on, it may be like you thought you would go to court and it would be finalized, everything would be done. They're saying like it's going to take a little bit more time. Hell, it may even take until April for this matter to be resolved, but it will be resolved though. You get what I'm saying? It may not be in the time frame in which you want it to be, but it will be resolved, especially if it's something with divorce or something with business, like a business issue. Somebody owes you back pay, somebody owes you money. It's going to be resolved by April of 2026. Okay. Let's get a clarifier for the lovers. Oh, wow. Somebody owes you big money. Workman's comp. Some of y'all need to actually report something with your job. Because every time I see this, it makes me think about somebody right here. It looks like a work ID, work badge to me. And it's sideways. If it's sideways, that means it's moving funny. If it's upright, it's going in the direction it's supposed to be in, sideways. So something with your job, somebody moving funny. Some of y'all are well overdue a bonus and you don't even know it. Especially if you're newer to the company. Somebody's scared to ask for a raise or some type of, or ask about their bonus because of something with economical stuff, and that they're kind of pushing that narrative, but it's actually BS because you actually are due. You're due some type of bonus or increase. And I feel like not just you, I feel like they're just in general supposed to give it to you and your coworkers, and they're withholding. Because now I'm hearing withholding funds. I'm also hearing something about a class action lawsuit. Somebody's job is getting ready to have a class action lawsuit. Interesting. Let's get a clarifier for the lovers. Universal energies of light, love, and divine protection. Give me a clarifier. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody, there's going to be some gossip. And people are going to be going around trying to figure out who all wants to be a part of this. I'm hearing something about they need at least 15 signatures to start a motion. Universal energies, damn, okay. Of light, love, and divine protection. It flipped out sideways, as you guys can see, and it's face down. Whenever the energy is face down, of course, you can't see the image like that, so that lets you know there's something hidden about this situation. And then it's sideways, so again, it's transitioning in or out of a situation. We have the Ace of Wands sideways. So the Ace of Wands, this is passion, excitement to start something new. I know it's a wand, but I always get like passing the baton. Like the universe is passing you the baton, and I feel like they're telling you like, okay, it's time for you to move on to something, and we got your back. Because we're already passing you the baton. It's time to go. If you think about a race, when that other player passes you that baton, you got to take off. You got to run like hell. So they're telling you it's time for you to take off. It's time for you to go in a new direction. And again, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to start in Sag season. You got Leo, Sag, Aries right here. I always point out how you definitely have all these, You got these leaves here, which means things are budding. These leaves are small, which means they're budding, they're sprouting. Something is getting ready to take off in a miraculous way. The hand is not a physical hand, it's coming from the divine. It's coming out of a cloud. So it's like things, oh yeah, okay. I just heard, you know how they say God works in mysterious ways? Like paths will just be open for you in a mysterious way. Things will be open for you in a mysterious way. If someone is having issues with their home life, okay, because you got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They're inside a doorway, not inside the home, not inside the building, home life. Also, as far as career, okay, because it's in reverse. If there's been issues with that, something miraculous is about to transition with that. Like something is getting ready to come in that's going to be in your favor. Because I'm going to say this again. You don't have no low vibrational energy here at all. You have 4 major arcanas. Major is clearly a major deal. That's when we get major arcanas. I always say that it's definite, because Spirit has always told me that, because they're saying like major arcana is the universe stepping in and say, okay, I'm aligning this. That's why it's definite. Whenever the universe, most high, whatever you resonate with, whenever it gets involved, it's definite. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We were born with free will. We will always have free will. But when the divine steps in, it's definite, whether it's positive or challenging. You have nothing but strong energy here. You have 4 major arcanas and an ace. And I just heard like they're saying you're about to ace something. Somebody's about to ace a test. Somebody is so scared about failing a test and you're going to pass it. And I want you to like comment in the comment section if you're taking some type of placement test or something like that. And then also come back once you pass that test, because they're saying you're going to pass it. For some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you because I don't feel like lying. I don't do that. That's not my boo. For some of you all, you may pass it by the skin of your teeth, because I'm just looking at how it's sideways, like the skin of your teeth. But baby, we gonna take it, okay? If it's gonna push you in a direction and let you get that certification and let you do what you need to do to get further in life, we gonna take it, okay? Because I'm literally seeing like I don't know why I'm seeing it like this, but these little spaces in between the cards is like through the skin, the cracks of your teeth. You know, you barely passing it, but you passing it. For someone out there, you passing it. I'm being told to look at the back of the deck. Yeah, and the 8 of Cups, walking away from things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling. It's in reverse. Some of you all feel like what I'm hearing is that you feel like you'll never be able to get away from things that bring you down, weigh you down, make you sad. That's not true. Because all of this right here, like I said, nothing here is negative. Nothing. Even with these being sideways, that's not, if it was in reverse, I'd be like, well, damn. You ain't going nowhere. You're not feeling ambitious. That's what you would get in reverse. They're sideways. They're saying like you're transitioning into a phase of life where you definitely have some movement getting ready to happen. You're going to feel a little more energetic. You're going to feel a little more ambitious. And you're going to have some spiritual assistance behind that push. That push is spirit. Some of you all, you have a masculine figure. Could be a Virgo male or a Cancerian male who has transitioned. The moon is also talking about the past. And someone, for some reason, is making me hear past. Like a male figure who is past. I know past and past are different, so don't fuss me in the comments. I know the difference. But I'm hearing that some of you all have a male figure that passed that is helping push you. They're on the other side, you know, pushing you on, cheering you on, clearing paths for you, removing obstacles. I'm getting that also. And I feel like this person would have passed fairly recent. Could have been within the last 4 years, 4 months, 4 days, 4 years, 4 months. I'm definitely getting 4 months, 4 years, this person transition. And it's given a father figure, grandfather figure. If you had an older brother that helped raise you, that too. Because, you know, sometimes you have families where there's these large age gaps within sibling dynamics and things like that. Like my children have an older sister, and she's 11 years older than my son and 12 years older than my daughter. So, you know, sometimes, you know, you have those dynamics. I'm getting that also. But just overall, they're saying like peace and closure is coming in. Peace and closure is coming in. Because this has been a long time coming. I want you to just look at the colors in this card. Kind of dark, kind of dreary. And then you got this brightness right here. A brighter day, a more positive day. Yellow is associated with joy, vitality, happiness. You know what I mean? So you will be seeing happier, more joyful days. That is definite for you. I'm telling you, they're saying that that's a promise because he's already handing you something. The universe is already promising here. But you know what I'm getting also with this being sideways? It's like, okay, I can pass you the torch, but will you run? And don't fast walk. Don't do the power walk. No, we talking about knees to chest. Okay? Knees to goddamn chest. Don't do no little power walking. Knees to chest, which means give it your all. Do as much as you can. Because this is also one of those things like, yeah, you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it. And because I use that example, someone may have been born in the year of the horse also. Horses are also very well known to be associated with freedom. So some of y'all will have freedom from very, I'm hearing traumatizing experiences, very difficult times, turmoil, inner turmoil, because he's on his journey alone. So he ain't got nobody to fault for anything. And he ain't got nobody to answer to but him. So a lot of y'all ain't had to answer to nobody but you during this cycle. And some of y'all didn't like what you seen, or you didn't like what you learned about yourself. And so you're taking those lessons and you're moving forward. Now that has ignited a new passion upon you, passion for you. And that's beautiful. It's extremely, extremely beautiful. So again, if you are into it, I will listen to that song, You've Been Restored. I always like to, again, tell you guys what kind of song it is. It is a gospel song. So if you don't listen to stuff like that, that's fine. But yeah. You've Been Restored by Jacqueline Carr. Okay. So again, thank you guys so very much for watching Queen Airbender Tarot. As always, I'm going to ask that you continue to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you continue to click the hype button. It's very helpful for the channel. It's very supportive. It helps keep the channel free. And it helps, actually, it's helping push me to do more content. So if you guys would like that, please make sure you continue to click the hype button so that I can continue to do this content. And also, don't forget, discount reading sale wraps up at midnight Central Standard Time. The link is pinned in the comment section. And until next time, take care and be well. Bye.